Hey there, my name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is a Handwoven Experience, episode 95. And in this episode, I'm going to talk all about custom. So, if you've been weaving for a little bit and sharing your beautiful wares, you may have had someone come up and say, "Hey, can you make me something?" That would be a custom project where you are basically entering into a partnership with someone else, and that other person gets to make a few of the decisions in the project. Now, I'm going to start off by saying you do not have to do custom. Please do not feel any pressure. If you're not interested in that, and if you like the fact that weaving is a solo task and you want to keep it that way, where you have all the control, great. There is nothing wrong with that. You can simply say, "You know what? I have these other lovely wares that are already finished. I'm happy to sell those to you." Or you can be like, "Weaving is really something personal for me," and leave it at that. You don't owe them anything. It's okay. You don't have to do custom. However, if you do decide that you would like to try to partner with someone and create something for them, I've got a couple things to keep in mind. Number one, 99% of the population know nothing about the weaving process. And that is actually good, because that still gives you a lot of control and freedom on your end to create a beautiful product for them. However, when you're discussing what it's going to look like, make sure you have lots of visuals, because most people will respond better if they can kind of see what it's going to look like ahead of time. If they are bringing you some recycled materials, make sure you have a little bit of fabric so they can see what the texture will look like, just what the visual will be. If they want a certain style of handbag, bring one so they can see the scale. Some of those kind of things. So bring some visuals just to make sure that everyone is on the same page. However you can do that, that's going to help them get excited about it and you to understand what they're looking for. Number two, decide ahead of time what they get to choose. So most people, they don't need to make a million decisions. Most people are happier not to make a million decisions. This is not like building a house from the ground up. Your job as the artist is to decide ahead of time what kind of few key decisions they can make, and then you're the one who gets to make the magic happen. For instance, do they get to pick the color? Do they get to pick the size or the style? Or do they get to pick the pattern? Please, please, please do not let them pick all three. It is just going to be too much. Because most folks don't really know the difference between a twill or overshot or rep weave. They don't know those things, and that's okay. That is just for you on the back end to understand what they want and create this amazing product for them. So fewer decisions for them is going to be better. That sounds counterintuitive, I know, but trust me on this. If they bring you a whole bag of neckties, then you say, "You know what? I'm going to find some great complementary colors that are really going to make your neckties pop." And you leave it at that. That's all you need to know. All right? Number three, give yourself a long lead time. However long you think it's going to take, add 2 weeks. That is my recommendation, at least. Because it is better to say, "Hey, this is going to take me 10 weeks and you finish it in 8, versus saying it's going to take me 8 weeks and you finish in 10. I know life gets in the way. I promise it's going to happen. So just please pad whatever expectations you have for delivery and make sure they're okay with that. Mostly they will. They are bringing you into the equation. They're asking you to do something because they like your work and they trust you. So just explain, weaving process is slow, and leave it at that. Say, it's going to take me 10 weeks. Great. Godspeed and go forward. Okay, number 4, don't share the project while it's in process. Don't take pictures or videos in the middle and share. And this is one of the things that I learned very early on, because what happens is if you take a little picture or video mid whatever, the customer may not understand where you are in the process, and they may then jump to different conclusions that aren't going to be just trust me on this, my friends. Don't do that. Just start the project, finish the project, and bring it to them at the very end. I mean, you can have communications, but don't bring them in the middle. It confuses things because it's not finished, and you want them to see the beautiful finished product. Now, I will put this little asterisk with that one, is that one of the things that I like to do is make a video in the middle for them saying, hi Susie Q, I am having the best time with your project. It has really been a special kind of labor of love, and I just know that you are gonna love it as much as I have enjoyed creating the product for you. And then when you hand over the product at the end, give them the video then. So they have a little kind of memento of you in the process, but don't bring them in the middle. And lastly, be excited. The customer is going to read whatever energy you are exuding. And if you come to them to deliver the final table runner and you're like, oh, I really hope you love this because I had the best time. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. Just be really excited and proud of what you made because you put a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and time and energy into this project. And the more excited and proud you are of what you've created for them, they're gonna read that and be just as excited and proud too. So those are my kind of considerations for you if you're gonna do a custom project. And you may not be anywhere close to that. You may be like, Chris, I'm still trying to figure out how to dress a loom. And that is okay. Keep this video in your back pocket though, because your work is gonna be amazing. And someone somewhere is gonna say, hey, can you make something for me? And you'll be ready. That's the plan. All right, friends. Keep this video around just in case. Have a great week. Happy weaving.